Hey guys, it's been a little while since I've uploaded anything, but I'm getting kind of a modding itch. I'm interested in changing some armors in Dark Souls 3. And I figured I might as well record my process in case anyone is curious about how to do this kind of thing. So the first objective is to pick the armor set for one of my characters, a Firekeeper. I'm probably going to use this in streams pretty soon. Um, but it's basically Black Knight Helm, Morin's Armor, Black Iron Gauntlets, Black Iron Leggings. It just ends up being kind of optimal. And what I want to do is retexture each of these armor pieces to be white. They are typically all black, so all I really need to do is invert the color, and they should look pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show my workflow. So first off, you need to use this GitHub link to find the file names for different armors. And it's pretty easy. You can just Control F and let me see, Control F for Black Knight Helm, and it gives you a file name. And then all you need to do is you're going to go to your game file for Dark Souls 3, and you're going to need to find parts. And this is where all of the armors and weapons in the game exist. And then you can search for, let me see, we're looking for parts 5400. HD means head, BD means body, AM means arm, LG means leg. So we want the head for 5400. Now, the file names it's going to give you are going to have A in this section, and then the file names, depending on whether or not you've modded these before with some kind of a general armor mod, it might say M. That's fine, don't worry about it. That just means, it's been modded. So A or M, either one is fine. What you do want to look out for is this _I part that some of these are going to have. Really, every armor piece is going to have one piece with without _I and then one piece with it. So you see here we have HD _M _5400 _I. And then we also have this one that's the same but no _I. The ones with _I next to them are player models that are not you. So if you're playing against someone else, for instance, who has the Black Knight helmet, this is the model file that the game uses for them, and then this one without _I is the one they use for you. So for the most part, you only really need to worry about modding these ones that don't have _I, and you can leave the other ones alone unless you specifically want to mod other people's appearances, which, could be kind of cool. But anyway, you're going to make a copy of these, and then what I would recommend you do is start making a work in progress folder for your mods. And I've already got one going here. And I already went ahead and copied all of them in here. What I like to do is have kind of a little description text box, just kind of explaining what's in here and what I'm doing. So I have Black Knight Helm, and then I have the file name, and then the rest of the armors and their file names, and then I'm retexturing them to white, basically. So, if I drop this project but then pick it up later, I'll remember what it is and what I did and all that good stuff. Let's see. Here we have the file that I copied from that game folder. And what I did, you're going to need a program called Yabber, and you're going to need to enable it so that it can run this properly. You can get Yabber on Nexus Mods and just kind of follow the instructions for how to enable it to right-click. And you can use it. And what it did, it decompressed this file and broke it down into a couple of pieces. Namely, it's going to be an FLVER file, and that is it's the mesh or the 3D model of the armor, and then the TPF is actually the texture. But before we get into that, I'm gonna make an archive folder, and I'm just gonna throw this original version of the armor in there. And I'm gonna do the same thing with each of these. Already did it for that one, except I call it backup. Fine, whatever. And then more in armor. It's important to do this because, you know, maybe I won't like how this armor turns out. And it'll be easier to just kind of throw one of these archived armors back into the game files than anything else. If you don't do this, you might have to ask someone to send you a game file. I've had to do that before. But I recommend just archiving it from the beginning. So yeah, let's start with Black Knight Helm, why not? And this part's going to be relatively simple. We're just going to take the TPF, and we're going to use Yabber to break that file down again. And we can actually just delete this TPF now that we have the folder. And that's because you can use Yabber to recreate it from this folder. So we don't actually want that version of it there. And here we have some textures. And so now I'm going to open up Photopea and take a look at these. And here we go, Photopea. And I'm just going to drag in, well, I'll do one at a time. Okay, so this looks like it's the helmet. These textures are always going to look weird, by the way. They're not going to look much like the armor. Okay, so this one is the lighting effects. We're going to leave this one alone. You only really want to invert the texture of like the material that you're looking at. You know, we'll leave this one alone, and we will... Let me see. We will leave that one alone. We're just going to invert this one piece. HDM 5400_A. And we're just going to see how this ends up looking, basically. And the way to do this is pretty simple, if I remember correctly. Let me see. It's going to be under one of these. Invert. Yeah, you know, let's try that. I think that's probably going to do it. By the way, I did not like go through this beforehand and you know, get this all ready beforehand, so I might edit some of this out. I might just leave it as a big brick video. But anyway, we're going to export this as a DDS, which is the file type that it came in as. We're just going to save it. Then I'm going to drag and drop this. Let's see. I'm going to drag and... Okay. Hang on. This is going to be a very rough video. I'll try and put some chill music in the background. But we're going to replace the file in that that folder we got this from. And this time you're going to get a preview of it. That's how you know that it's modified. And then that's really all you need to do to create the mod. And then you're going to use Yabber again to kind of seal up. It's giving me an error. Oh, never mind. I think it's an easy fix. You need to use Yabber to reseal the TPF. And you can delete that folder. And now it should work without issue. Okay, yeah, it did. So, okay. Now I'm going to, let me see. We're going to test this out. So what I'm going to do, let's see. I need to go to my game folder. And I'm using Mod Engine. I recommend that pretty much everyone should use Mod Engine when working with either Dark Souls 3 or Elden Ring or Sekiro, but you know, you should use Mod Engine. It's the most convenient way to deal with all of these things. And we're going to go into the parts folder in the mod folder. I'm going to drop this into here, and it will have to replace a file, and that's fine, really. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and start up my game, so I will be right back. Alright, so that took a little extra time. I had forgotten that I actually made the Black Knight helmet larger than the original model a little while ago. So I had to change that back, but the color came out really nice. It's kind of like it got painted white, which I kind of dig. I kind of like the, I don't know, the implication of that. So I'm going to repeat this process with all of the other armor pieces I mentioned, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. It's probably going to be the exact same process for each of them. Just you know, choose one of the textures that is actually like the materials. Don't change the lighting ones. Those will look kind of like an Aurora Borealis kind of thing. So just change the ones that are actual material, and remember to back everything up. And yeah, so I'll be right back. Alright, so I did it with the rest of the armor pieces, and it seems to have worked pretty well. Not sure, I don't know, not sure what I was expecting. It's just, it's very white armor, and it was very simple to do it. You just invert all of the colors. I'm kind of surprised that even the Morn armor, didn't require anything extra for the fabrics. It all just turned pure white. So anyway, that concludes this little mod tutorial walkthrough kind of thing. And I'm probably going to do another one where I'm going to make an American flag millwood cape. So that should be fun. I've already done a millwood cape video, so it's going to be very similar to that one. But I'm probably going to do some cool stuff with the breastplate, so look out for that video. And feel free to ask any questions about modding, either down in the comments below, or you can join my Discord server, link in the description, and you can ask me questions there. But yeah, take care, guys.